Good afternoon. My name is Mariah Rouse, and these are my response to the case study, Creme Brulee. The SWOT analysis that are based on this organization, some of the strengths that they have are the ability to have the food carts, their activeness, and their heavy presence on Twitter, as well as the posts that are being made by Yelp. Some of the weaknesses are the Facebook presence, and they have less reviews. The opportunities, they have the opportunity to engage with their customers via social media when they are possibly online or going live or just doing a short little video or a survey. The threat, they have no marketing budget, so they don't know if they're spending too much or spending too less. The importance of social media and strategic marketing. A lot of people are utilizing social media, therefore they'll be able to reach more people quickly and also gain feedback quicker as well. When a lot of people, they go to these businesses, they like to check in and post their location that they are at such and such place or whatnot. So that'll be a great publicity for them. The type of market segmentation that would work well for this organization, I thought that demographic segmentation would work well because it is one of the most simplest and widest segmentation type that is used, and it is based off the population, off population variables such as their age, whether they're old or young, their gender, male or female, family size, whether they have children or no children, or it's just that person or just that couple. Their income, where they work, their religious background, their ethnicity, as well as their nationality. Imagining this org decided to move their product and services to another country, some of the cultural differences that they need to be cognizant of. They need to be cognizant of whether or not that culture, whether or not they eat the kind of product that they're serving, or do they allow the type of services that they are providing? Do they allow that? Do they allow food carts over there? They have to think about the language barrier, like how they're going to be able to communicate with their customers. Also, they need to learn their custom and courtesies, the laws regarding selling food on the streets, all of those things. Because a lot of countries are not like the United States. They are very, very different. They vary in so many ways. The three alternatives strategies that the organization could follow, I said that the utilization more social media platform with the different platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, or even Pinterest, and they can also become more tech savvy. They can also have promotions like giveaways, half price days, coupons, or they can even do happy hour. Or on the weekend, they can do all of those things mixed in one, or they can do every 10th customer may get something free. They can also, the utilization of the tradition, the way before, people who doesn't have, for the people who doesn't have social media, they can advertise on TV using the commercials. They can do surveys like calling out to different numbers. They can also have flyers posted around town or somewhere. I think that these strategies are feasible, as some of them are what people are used to. A lot of people like to say that time has changed, but I believe that we can still incorporate some things that has been done in the past, and I think that it will still work today with just a few adjustments so that way you are accommodating both the older generation as well as the younger generation. The word I chose was product development. It is defined as, it refers to all stages involved in bringing a product from the concept or an idea through market release and beyond. It incorporates a product's entire journey, as in, it have new and different characteristics, new or improved benefits that may benefit us all, from the raw materials to the making of the product, to the transportation of the goods, to the shelves, eventually landing in the consumer's home and their utilization of it. I reviewed Porter's 5 strategies, and the strategy that I thought would be most successful for this organization, and why. I chose the threat of new entry because of the cost advantages, the low switching costs, the technology protection, as well as easy access to distribution channels, some demand side benefits of economic scale. COVID-19 is an unprecedented pandemic, unlike the Asian flu as well as the Spanish flu outbreak back in those times. So history indicates that managers were able to cope with similar crises. The strategic lesson that can be learned by organization and managers today, I think strategically they can learn to possibly implement some courses of actions for something like this in the future. Now that they know that things like this does happen, it's just not, oh, this just happened back in the day. It's not going to happen now because we have all this great, latest and greatest technology. We can always bank off that or think that, okay, we're covered. And also, I think that they can learn that history is important in all aspects, should be viewed to see how they handled something so grave and massive as they handled it back then, and see what worked back then, and see maybe the things that they did back then could work today, or they can possibly implement what they did back in the day and utilize it today. My advice is to plan for the unexpected and to always try to stay current on all things as it relates to their business, and to just always don't end up in the end. I think that businesses and organizations, they should not panic, because once they panic, then their employees start to panic. And so I think that they should just remain calm and just remain open to new ideas and the changes that will come when this pandemic, when it ends. Also, and I think that that they should just not crack under pressure, and to just always just remain calm and just realize that things, it does happen. Yes, they may not have seen anything like this, but those people back then, as history stated, with the Asian flu as well as the Asian flu that occurred in 1957 and the Spanish flu that occurred in 1918 and 1920. Those things were not that long ago. So I think that they can still go back and do their research and see what the individuals did to accommodate all of those bad things that have happened. Thank you, and this concludes my video.